Empowered Agents Network.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, my name is Jeffrey De Jesus, and I'm with eXp Realty. Today, I'll be sharing a lesson, good to great. If you're from another brokerage, that's fine. I'm here just to share some wisdom, knowledge, and 20 years of experience. I've done quite a bit in real estate and still continuing to expand my portfolio, build real estate companies, and antler businesses that contribute to higher sales. Helping agents and coaching them is one of my passions. The lesson for today is going from good to great. Have you guys heard of this? A lot of these concepts are from the book Good to Great from Jim Collins. And that is a book that I've been reading. And actually, I started this year, because it is the new year, to really get into self-help. I mean, and self-help is just something that if you're going to become better and even great, self-help books is actually something that helped me. I've been reading self-help books since I was 18. I have limited education. I did go to college here and there, but I was independent. I left my home early, and I was fumbling out there with on the streets with my friends and the boys. And at some point in my life, someone introduced me and said, the books you read, the people you hang out with, is going to have the most major impact in your life. So I took that to heart. I took that to heart, where who I hung around with. So I actually dumped my friends early on. And I really started reading books. I started reading 15 minutes a day. And that was really the starting point of my entrepreneurship. It was just the starting point. And I really took them to heart. And my journey of entrepreneurship skyrocketed, because the self-help development books were just so amazing that I just took it like literally as truth. And that's it. And I've been doing that ever since. And I utilize many of the concepts from these books in my sales. So, and then leadership and building my organization. So anyways, here we go. I mean, the lesson is good to great. So many of businesses set up for good results, but to really become great, we're always implementing different strategies, and we want to go to new heights. But one of the things that really can help is think of the things that you're doing that's good in your business and that you could create to great. And I'm just going to give you one example before I put up our lesson. I'm going to share my screen here. And this was one of the concepts I did early on. So early on in my career, I was just a decent agent. I was just starting off, but this is my original advertisement. And some of you might have recognized this. This was in Remax. I think this was in 2007. And I put this on the main street in Daly City, because when I first got into real estate, and I got licensed in around 2004, and I was doing okay. I sold quite a bit of real estate in my first year. But when I put this advertisement up, on the main street of Gellert, within a year or two, boom, it was just, I was famous. And this was one of the starts of, and one of those concepts from good to great. And this was just a concept that actually my coworker gave me. And yeah, this is my original. I mean, of course, it changed over the course of the years, and I changed it during what I felt was a time. And like, look at this one: losing your home, you're not alone. So this is when the market crashed, and so I immediately changed my strategy. So, anyways, that was just something that I wanted to share. So, some of the core concepts of good to great, and I'm just going to go ahead and we just look at this. And one of the applications for real estate agents for level 5 leadership is just a combination of humility and professional will. Cultivating humility, focus on building a strong team and giving credit to others. And then showing determination, pursue success relentlessly while staying ethical. If you haven't gotten into the mentorship program, if some of you are with EXP, they have a mentorship program. Maybe this would be a good time for you to sign up to be a mentor. I know some of you on this call have a lot of experience in real estate, many years, and maybe it's time to maybe cultivate a leadership role. And this will in turn help you build your own real estate business. So this is something that it's something really good to adopt. A top producer agent who mentors junior agents and build a collaborative culture rather than focusing solely on their personal accolades. And that's what I mean is maybe it's time to, if you qualify, join the mentorship program. There is an incentive that EXP gives you if you're with EXP, and if you're with another brokerage, I'm sure they have a mentorship program within your brokerage. So write down one way you could lead with humility and one action you can take this week to show professional will. So, and then here's another one, the hedgehog concept. Have you heard of it? Well, focus on what you're passionate about, what you could be the best at, and what drives your economic engine. An application for your real estate agents, identify your niche. Are you passionate about luxury properties, first-time buyers, or investment properties? Know your strength, what sets you apart from your competition, and understand the profitability. Focus on the services or markets that generate your highest return. Focusing on what really is going to give you the highest return. If you're really good at doing open houses, then do it. Be really good at it. And I just don't say that because, my mentor, Brent Gove, I believe he sold 300 walk-ins at his open houses in 1 year. And that's a lot. That's a lot of people he sold just from his open houses. And the reason why he did that is because he was very intentional on what he did. And he really, when he did an open house, he really did an open house. He would put out 40 signs. He would start at 7 a.m. and even stay until 8 p.m. having 12-hour open houses. He took it serious. And so my thing is, if you're going to be calling, then be the best at it. Set yourself up for success. If you're going to do first-time buyer programs, then go ahead and do it. I heard one thing this year, first-time buyer marathon, and they would do 8 lenders doing it live, all in a row, right? And each lender will take an hour, and you're just the host of 8 lenders, and all you're doing is constantly inviting, advertising, and inviting them to your platform. And then you have 8 lenders showing, and it's live 8 hours in a row. I think that's a genius concept. You're going to utilize 8 loan officers network, and then you're going to also utilize the collaboration, and then you're the benefactor of this, right? There's a concept that you could do this here. I have a new, I have an old page that I'm reviving, and it's loan modification after forbearance. And actually, I'm just going to change the name. It's an older Facebook page, but I've been posting on there. And because it's considered loan modification, right now, there's a very high rate of people defaulting on their credit cards. And so I know that people are also having challenges with their mortgage. And if you're familiar with short sales, foreclosures, etc., this is probably a good time to really start knowing some scripts on how to help people that are financially struggling right now. And so now going to the third concept, and that is the flywheel and the doom loop. Small, consistent actions build momentum while reactive decisions lead to decline. Have you ever heard of this concept? Well, definitely small actions small, consistent actions will definitely build that momentum. I mean, on my notes here, what is it you do that are little but powerful? I still continue to write letters and notes to my clients and new clients, especially because I'm building those relationships. So some applications: commit to consistent lead generation and nurturing relationships rather than chasing quick wins. I mean, this is a concept that you've all heard over and over, but it's just that simple. The business is really simple. It's all about relationships. And I was having this conversation with an agent yesterday, and I have an agent that's in Mexico, and she's providing leads. And the agent that I referred, she was complaining, why is she asking for 35%? And I said, well, she's giving you free leads. Can you think of free leads, pre-approved leads? And this agent's complaining that they're giving 30. I said, you got to get rid of that because, well, you could either go out there in the world and start from scratch, or someone could give you a lead and you'll make 65%, right? So she seen the light and said, oh yeah, huh? Yes. So anyways, it's just important that you continue to nurture your database. And an example, an agent who consistently follows up with their leads and builds a strong referral network will eventually generate steady leads and a reliable business. This is one of the keys that I've been practicing for myself, and I keep teaching to others. It's a relationship that you're continuing to build. And if you're newer, you have to start from A and B and value each connection you meet, whether that's on a phone, text, email, or in person. You got to value that conversation. So let's see. Okay. What small actions can be taken daily to keep your business flywheel moving? Well, handwritten letters. I mean, here you go. I mean, I have these on my desk ready to go, depending on which one I do like, then that's what it is. All right. First two, then what? We're coming to a close here. Get the right people on the bus before deciding the direction, right? The application for teams and partnerships. Hire or partner with individuals who share your values and visions, right? I mean, evaluate your current team and decide if everyone is aligned with your long-term goals. List the top three people who are critical to your business and consider how their roles align with your vision. In our business, if you don't have a team, which, your team is me. I mean, I'm sure that many of you have tried contacting me and you were successful at it. I return all my calls. I return all my texts. But, your lender is your teammate. And if you guys have used Jennifer with Success Lending, she's amazing. I'm going to tell you, just recently, in the last 2 months, she has two agents, and she gave them a pre-approval. The agent gave up on their buyer because the buyer, either fell out of escrow or they just couldn't make their mind up. But Jennifer did not give up on the buyer. And so even though the agent gave up, Jennifer at Success Lending did not give up. And after 2 months, Jennifer was constantly, sending listings to the buyer, and she was able to revive those buyers, and then calls the agent and says, hey, agent, go show them that property. because they're interested. They show it, they get a contract, they close the deal. And so, having the right people on your team, having the right lender on your team is crucial. Having the right escrow person is crucial, right? So this is a really good time, 2025. Build the right team, build the right resources. I mean, if you're with EXP, there's so many resources. They're open 24 hours a day. I mean, there's so much information. I mean, I just spoke to some EXP agents this last week. They don't even have the EXP app on their phone. And it has literally so much information on that app. And so, and my point is, know your resources, know your team, your vendors, your contractors, who you could call easily. I mean, these are some of the basic building blocks that you need. Who's your contractor? Because you want to be the person that your client calls when there's something that needs to be repaired. When there's a plumbing problem, you want your client to call you. Because then when the time comes when they have a referral or they need to do something with the real estate, they're going to call you. They're going to know you're the right person. And for them to know, you need to let them know, right? And so, so make sure you have your team. I mean, I have my escrow officers, they give me deals. My lenders at Wells Fargo, they give me deals. And my contractors, they give me deals. And so my referral network is huge, and agents across the US, they give me deals. And I set myself up there. And so my point is, you also need to set yourself up because that's your team. Those are your resources. So in conclusion, to going from good to great, don't settle. You really got to make things happen. You got to think of a higher level. And so implement some of these concepts that I shared with you. And, start with one thing. I mean, one of the things that I vowed that I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1,000 people in my SOIA. 1,000 people. I have roughly 220 or so in my SOIA, and that's just my database is separated to 3 parts: A, B, and C. Right now, I want to focus on my A, and A is past clients or people we're going to refer or people are going to do business with me. So I'm going to take it from 220 or so all the way to 1,000, right? And if I do that now, because I've identified that 80%, 90% of my personal business is referral, I want to focus on my referral business, right? That's what I identified. If you, like I mentioned, if you're good at open houses, you love open houses. I mean, when you do the open house, you need to follow up with every single person that walked through the door. Every person that walked through the door, make sure you get them to sign in or have some type of follow-up system, right? So make sure you have these, whatever it is you're going to do, go from good to great. And if you're starting off, just get 3 good concepts on how to lead generate and really do well at that. And so that's it for today. I appreciate you all for coming on. I wish everyone a happy new year. You know where to reach me, and we'll talk soon. Thanks, everyone.